We're so proud of our tourism industry. We get 60 million visitors every year. Basically, we have the population of Atlanta visiting Orlando every year, and it's our name is known internationally, and that's a great bonus. But the problem is, just what you just said, is the only thing people know about Orlando is Disney and Universal and our theme parks, and there's so much more to Orlando.
Yeah. Well, it's the second largest industry, interestingly, and you know, when I think about technology in Orlando, what I think about is Madden, John Madden football, the huge Electronic Arts title, EA title, for years has had its base there. Has that led to other technology startups as people sort of get tired of working there or want to try something new? Oh,
it absolutely has. There's so many alumni of EA that have started their own companies and been part of the fabric of the tech community in downtown Orlando. And interestingly enough, about 8 years ago, EA came to us and said, hey, we want to expand here, but the talent pool is not deep enough. So we got together, the city and UCF, University of Central Florida, and created the Florida Interactive Entertainment Academy in one of our buildings, and it's a graduate program for video gamers, and it has been very successful. It's now the second leading program of its type in the country.
Yeah, fairly interesting. I mean, when you look across the country, because, you know, there's a Silicon Valley of Colorado, and there's a Silicon Valley of the desert, and there's a Silicon Valley of the Middle East, and there's a Silicon Valley of, I mean, you name it, everybody's trying to do a Silicon Valley. What is it that's so attractive to you in terms of economic development about technology?
Well, they're high-paying jobs in general, and it's we always want to look at diversifying our economy. This recession really emphasized that to us. Two of our leading industries were and are tourism and home building, and they were deeply affected during the recession. We have a great life sciences cluster, and we didn't lose a single job in that industry during the recession.
How do you figure out, you know, city budgets are rough. You've got quite limited resources. How do you figure out where to put, you know, a $100,000 grant here or a $50,000 grant here, which are drops in the bucket of any kind of technology budget?
Well, generally, when attracting a company from somewhere else or growing jobs, we have a tax credit that gives a little bump for every job that's created above the median in Orlando, and that's really a state program. And then we have some other programs that emphasize targeted industries in our downtown.
When you're attracting these workers, do you feel like you're pulling them from other places? You know, I've talked to executives at EA, and they might have trouble finding the people they want there. They like what they can pay them in places like Orlando. It's not as expensive as it is in Silicon Valley. Do you feel like that's a great advantage?
I think it is an advantage, and what we're getting a lot of is people from our area who have moved to California or moved to Texas and are moving back and returning with the experience that they've gained in the other communities.
Are there unique city plannings? I mean, I have a lifelong interest in city planning, probably because of Disney World opening up when it did in the 70s. And I wonder if the city planning challenges around a technology-based community are different than they would be around other industries such as home building and so on.
Well, we actually have a great opportunity in our downtown. We recently built a new arena, a new performing arts center, and renovated our Citrus Bowl, and that freed up about 70 acres where the old arena was, and we're in the midst of planning and developing something we call the Creative Village. So it has that Florida Interactive Entertainment Academy as a base. We're going to construct a UCF Valencia is our community college joint use facility there that will house between 10 and 15,000 students. And then on the surrounding 70 acres, we want to develop live, work, and play space for the creative class.